I'm recording. Hello,
Hello.
Hi.
Jess, Eamon. Been a while.
Yep.
It has been a while.
I haven't recorded anything in forever, so this is gonna be rough as balls, but who cares?
No, let's just dive right in.
So how are you two? When's the last time we were together at what was it called?
St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah.
I don't know what the name of the place we were was called.
No, I'm talking about Not Here to Help.
Oh, I
Uh,
mean,
that was
gosh, we were in the thick of the pandemic. I was still getting shit for being in Mexico during
yeah, that was I was not engaged,
What?
oh,
which is kind of crazy to think about.
Well, it's kind of crazy to think that time has just flown by.
it has really flown by.
Y-
And
Yeah.
congratulations, by the way. I think we skipped right over that.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's his name?
Um, he would be a she, and her name is Madison.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to make an assumption there.
No, 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 it's fair. It's fair. It's fair. No.
No, I really wanted to get us together because, well, one, yes, we all went to St. Patty's Day and got slightly inebriated.
You ran a
Um,
half marathon.
yes, I ran a half marathon after I left that bar. Actually, I think drinking and then running is actually not that bad as long as you still have a buzz because it kind of hides the pain.
So.
I
We are
mean,
the same.
that calculates to me. Did you have a hair of the dog beverage in the morning?
Yes, absolutely, I had to.
Yeah, that
Um,
was the secret.
I mean, at the end of it, I felt like shit. But for the first half of it, I was like still feeling good. So it's like, yo, let's keep going. And then once I started sobering up, it was like, oh, kill me.
Do you think you would have felt like shit either way?
Probably not the same type of shit. Because I mean, the half marathon still takes quite a bit of energy out of you.
Definitely.
But then all of a sudden, it's like your body's like, yo, where's the alcohol? Start getting the shakes halfway through a run.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I was crazy when you were like, "I'm going to go run a half marathon tomorrow." I was like, I couldn't come, I could barely walk to the next bar.
Yeah, I met up with you guys on the later end of that gathering, thinking you were gonna just be like sloshed and keep it going all night. I was surprised when I arrived and Pablo was pretending like he was walking out the door. I mean, two shots and a beer later, he did, but that he was going straight to a marathon. That's wild.
Well, I was gonna leave early, and then you showed up, and then I was like, well, I can't just leave now.
I am always a good influence. That's what I'm
Ugh.
here for.
Yeah, that was a shit show. But I actually got a decent time. It was like 1 hour, 41 minutes. I bumped
That's
into this guy I know from like a run club in the beginning, and I accidentally threw away my shirt because I was not sober. And yeah, I actually beat him by like 2 minutes.
Wait, in the beginning of the marathon, you trashed your shirt?
Yeah, I had two shirts on, and I was like, you know what, this is too much. Like I'm gonna burn out during the run, so I took one off and threw it away.
R.I.P.
Oh well. Anyways, but yeah, I just wanted to catch up. Like I think we used to have a good thing going with that little not here to help thing.
I would agree. I really enjoyed chatting with you guys. I think we were doing it once a week.
Yeah, I think it was every Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
And here we are on a Tuesday.
We're gonna
Oh no.
have to
Oh, and
fuck
it's
them
April
up.
Fool's Day.
Is this a joke?
It's like we're not recording anything.
Pablo is just lonely.
I just need friends again.
There's easier ways to get me out of my home, Pablo. You know,
Yeah, you
Once
I
made it
go
again,
to my
really
own
easy.
run club. I run into the different bartenders that I know on a semi-regular basis. So that's my run club.
how long did we do that podcast for? I felt like it was a good while.
I think it was
It certainly
five
was because I
episodes.
remember recording the first time I went to Mexico during the pandemic. I sound like an asshole. That one time was for work, genuinely. I guess both were really for work. I just never left the second time. That was like in October of 2020. We had been doing it for a while already, and we were
Yeah.
still doing it when I was living in Cozumel, because that's when you guys realized the rest of the kickball team realized that I was actually living in Mexico. So it was at least like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, the last episode was February the 25th. The
Are
first
you looking
episode
it
was,
up right now?
yeah, I looked it up on on Spotify.
Yeah, you guys can find us on Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only 2 years old of an
Like and
Yeah.
episode.
subscribe, leave a comment. It really
Yeah.
helps.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think the funniest part was when we did the time I told you guys about when I hit the weed man and then my limbs were like linguine, you know? Oh.
I
It's all
think
good.
I think the very first episode, you said you were gonna do something crazy if we got like 100 listeners, and then we actually like surpassed the 100 listeners, and then you backed out.
I don't that doesn't sound like me there, Pablo.
No, not at all. Not
That does
We're
not
gonna
sound
have
like
to go
me.
back to the records here.
No, 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 no. We don't have to go back to any records, you know.
I mean, I think we should.
I mean, I don't know. That was a different Amen. That was a, single I think I just started dating my fiance or around then. So
Yeah,
that was a different me, I'm a mature guy.
you're a very mature guy.
I remember giving you shit about your first date.
I went on a couple of different first dates around that time. Um some of them, well, obviously majority of them were not fruitful until I met Madison. So,
Well, that's how it works. That's dating in a nutshell.
yeah, there's a couple of crazy ones that I went on.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Which ones are not crazy?
The one with if I can be honest, the one with Maddie was kind of super tame and like I was like, okay, like, like compared to some of the other dates I went on, I was like, oh, like this girl is like actually like not like crazy, you know. Some of the other dates I went on were a little bit, say a little wilder. And with Maddie, it was just way more low key, you know.
It was
That's fair. On my first date with my boyfriend, I accidentally threw my phone into the yacht club waters in between, like the gap between the boat and the dock. And that was just like right after we met. So I think I was definitely in the crazy bucket on that one. He did scuba dive it out the next morning and it still works. It's my phone to this day. But
wait, wait,
def-
wait, wait. You're saying that you dropped your phone into a body of water,
yeah,
and
into the
then
bay.
and then the human being went down there, found it, and it was still working.
Yes. Yeah, it was still on, actually.
I don't
So
know. I just
no one
I don't know
believed
about
me.
this.
No one believed me the night that it happened either. I like was at a share house with a like 35 people. It was a really big house in Southampton. I had no business being in Montauk so late. My friend got lost and I was using Find My to track her down before I left because shouldn't leave your friends, standard protocol. And I met this guy. He was like, "Why don't you charge your phone on the boat so it doesn't die, and then you're stranded here as well? Like, no good if you're waiting for her and then you're dead. Your like phone battery is dead." As I'm getting on the boat, I dropped my phone in the water, the crack between the boat and the dock, and then had to go. When I got back home, I was just like, "Yeah, I don't know. He was really nice. He said he's gonna dive the phone out of the water and like he'll meet me with it." After he gets it back if it still works. And everyone was like, "You are so full of shit. That's not gonna happen. You are living in a fantasy world." And I was like, "Maybe, but I'm gonna believe it until it's proven otherwise." And he didn't personally dive in. He paid divers, like the divers that go and clean the bottom of the boats, to get it, and it worked. Still on. Still receiving messages. It's actually still my phone right now.
Now, hang on. Was it in a case,
Yeah, but I don't think the case really had anything to do with it. It was like
but
a
like a
case
waterproof
from five.
case, or is it
No.
just like a?
What do you do, Jess? You throw it in a fucking Ziploc bag?
No, I think that actually makes it worse. It's the pro
What?
version.
I Yo, it could be the fucking Super Pro version. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't have to know. I have a lived experience.
it just, I don't know. I just, maybe my simple mind just can't wrap around it, I guess. I don't know.
I didn't think it was gonna work either. Also, that made me nervous. Like now this guy is like getting all the messages on my phone. I thought it was dead. It was safe for him to retrieve it. Still on when he found it.
Yeah, but he didn't know your password to like log in.
No, but I didn't have it very like secure. Like the messages were like pop, like you could read them with the screen locked at the time.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying that didn't happen. I just find it very hard to believe.
Well, miracles happen every day.
Have you contacted Apple for a commercial or something?
Yeah.
Maybe after we get engaged, if we get engaged. There's not like a full happy ending here yet.
I don't know. I don't know. You could be the Apple spokeswoman.
I am a big fan. I mean, I was already a fan. I think we're all kind of forced to be fans. But what, do you have a
No,
Google phone, Eamon?
I don't know. I'm not a loser. I'm iPhone away. When the place that I work that will not be disclosed, right? Um, when they were asking me what work phone I wanted, um, my boss said, was like, oh, like I'll take like an iPhone, right? And then he was like, okay, at least I know you're not like a weirdo. Anybody that has like an Android weirdo. And I'm like, okay, well, like good thing I checked that little mind game day one, you know?
100%. I mean, and no one, even after all the discrimination has been supposedly put to rest, no one likes a green bubble.
Well, I do think it takes a certain type of person to want a non-iPhone. Like,
Are you trying to confess something?
no,
I just had to
absolutely
look at our
not.
group chat and I was like, am I roasting Pablo by accident right now?
Absolutely not. I think you have to be a little bit egotistical and slightly, I don't know, like a psychopath almost.
I think that's a
If you really
ruse.
want.
I think that's a ruse, and I will stand on this. I think the androids, like the way people became fans of them was because it was cheaper. Like
Right,
they're less expensive, and they had to make
right.
this narrative that their tech was so much better and it was so much cheaper. So is it ego or is it budget,
Well,
man?
okay, back then, yes, I completely agree. But these days, it's like, oh no, this is better, and I'm not part of the problem because they see the iPhone as like quote unquote capitalism or whatever. But you buy a Samsung for the exact same price, if not more. So are you really, I don't know, in the righteous side here? I don't think so.
I think, I think, I think the debate over. I think especially now, I think Apple had to like in the EU anyways, they had to like kind of come to like sending messages to a non-iPhone user was like
Right.
tougher. And I think they had to be, I think the EU were like, no, like you can't do this anymore. And then I think they just switched it for everything. So I think now it's not really that big of an issue. Because
Well,
I
it's
know
still
like if
green.
you, what was that say?
It's still a green bubble, regardless.
Yes,
It's still a green bubble,
socially.
yeah, but like, like I don't know, like it's not like it used to be like if you would send a photo or
Right.
video, it was like there was no point in doing that because it was just bad. So, um like my dad and my sister, they both have Androids and like they were just like I just prefer that. I know I have a couple friends that are like pretty strong Android kind of believers, and they're just like, that's what it is. So, I think if people are like, hey, look, like, I think one phone's better than the other, sure, like maybe like, the camera's better or whatnot, but like, I think all that stuff is like so minuscule. It's whatever works best for you. I personally have had an iPhone since they've kind of come out, and I just prefer the iPhone.
Isn't that
Can
kind of
I
crazy though? Like
can I
we're over here
ans
judging people by the cell phone that they prefer.
Well, I think, maybe I'm wrong, right? But like, I think people judge everybody for everything. Like, it's kind of a status symbol, And I think, personally speaking, I think it's kind of wrong to be like, oh, like, oh, you have an Android, like you're poor, basically, right?
Well, that's how it used to be.
That's right. Yeah, well, you know exactly, right? But like, if you had like if you like, oh, you don't have an iPhone, I think it's the same thing. Like when kids had like the BlackBerry. I know the school that I went to having a BlackBerry was like cool kids only, right? I did not have one. I had like a flip phone.
I had a
And
Nokia.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly,
no, I had
right?
a Nextel. I had a Nextel.
Oh,
That's what I had.
you were cool if you were had a
I know, I
Nextel.
just had a contractor father. Like, I was just on the family plan for the business. But it had changeable faceplates. That was huge at the time. That was a really big deal. Can I add a maybe not fully fact-checked, but fun fact to this conversation?
Go for it.
So between iPhone and Android, iPhone in the US has a 57.68% market share, so it's closer than we might think, perception-wise. And Android has 71% of global market share. But the fun fact is, iPhone users have a 43.7% higher average salary than Android users. Thank
I
you,
mean,
Google.
that makes sense, right? If you had money back then, you wouldn't go get some knockoff Android thing when you can have an iPhone.
Well, I mean, I mean, also if we think of like Asia, like obviously like South Korea, right? That's where
Right.
Samsung is. Like everybody in South Korea would probably assume has, probably a Samsung phone, right? And then like if you think of like, like poor co countries or developing countries like, like like African countries or India, right? You would assume that, they probably can't afford, they can't afford like the iPhone. So like, like the Android, they do have cheaper. You can buy really expensive Androids, right? But they also have more affordable, cheaper
Right.
versions of
Yeah,
their
they're
actual
on
phone.
average less than half the price.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can find those expensive ass Samsungs and Sony phones or whatever the hell, brand it is. But yeah, a vast majority of these Androids are just trash phones. I found one in the subway and I tried to like return it to the owner. And I mean, I would push a button and it would take like 3 seconds for it to like react.
Ugh, pain. At
And
this point, I'm going
it's,
to become an Android user soon, spending all of my money fixing this house I just bought. About to bankrupt myself and have a 3 second delay on all my devices.
I mean, that thing was so bad, so bad. But that's what poor people use.
Yeah, I'm just gearing up for that phase.
I mean, your house poor, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I don't know. I waffle back and forth on it pretty regularly. Like
I'm just
last
poor.
last night, as like the water was pouring into the basement at like below the like foundation level, I didn't really feel. It just felt poor, poor.
It's
Where
not
do you buy
fun.
the home?
I bought my childhood home in Philadelphia.
Oh, are
Um,
you moving back?
I'm figuring that out. Yeah, I'm gonna move back, but I'm gonna still be working in the city. So I'm gonna be one of those people that is here like three days a week probably.
Gotcha.
Um,
That's
yeah,
exciting.
it is exciting. Except for the fig tree, which was one of the reasons why I wanted to buy the house, I think has penetrated the foundation of the house. So just coming to terms with that.
Did you just say fake tree?
Fig,
Oh,
F-I-G.
also, what the hell are you
Well,
talking
at
about if
least
it's
you
fake?
get a good source of figs.
Oh my God, they are so delicious when they are around. Did you know that figs are pollinated by wasps? Die like I think they die in the fig or something. It's like
No,
a yeah.
no.
What do you mean no?
You don't need a dead wasp to grow a fucking fig.
They no.
I don't. I'm gonna be honest with us, right? Between this and then the fucking iPhone story, I feel like Jess has come on here and is like, you know what? It's April Fool's Day. Let me see how many things I can get away with before somebody says, okay, I've had enough of this. Because I don't think figs die. I mean, sorry, bees die in figs. I don't know. That just seems a little preposterous to me. I don't know.
Okay,
I'm
ready?
not a
Some
keeper,
so
obviously,
fig
but
fig wasps lay their eggs inside the fig flowers, and the fig provides a safe environment for the wasp larvae to develop. The seeds and the crunch, after pollination is fertilized, and the ovulates develop into seeds, which are the crunchy parts that we eat.
yeah. But what happens to the wasp?
Though I think the what I'm not exactly sure to be honest with you.
I think what what you're trying to say is that wasps may use it as a nest or like lay their eggs or whatever, but then that's about it, right?
I think the eggs are left behind. Like
No,
maybe the mm,
there's
No,
no way.
okay, okay. I've seen a lot of like there's a show back on A&E called Billy the Exterminator, and it's just like hillbilly hick. And he would go into these like random people's houses in like Georgia and Florida and like remove like wasp nets and like snakes and shit like that. And like there's a guy on TikTok that I like follow as well, and like he removes them in like Pennsylvania. But like they make like most wasps make like nests, like beehive nests. So I don't know where they're in. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe these wasps, right? They drop off like like the black sheep. They're like you can live in the fig plant for the
I
day.
would
I
think that
don't
would be
know.
like the most luxury. Like that's like your like you have your own house instead of bunking up with everyone.
Yeah, but you're not with your family. I don't know. I'd rather be with my family when I'm a baby wasp than be in the fig plane. I don't know.
What are the social dynamics of wasps? Like, do they want their
Oh,
own
it's
space?
crazy. Wasps are like fascinating creatures. So like there's basically like two wasps. There's the worker wasp, and then there's like the queen wasp. And like the queen wasp is like protected, and sometimes depending on how big I've done a lot. I've read so much about this.
Yeah, I was about to
Depending on
ask, like,
how
what the
big
hell is
like the
happening?
Yeah,
what was
we
that?
actually are overtaking this episode. We were talking about boring stuff like tech, and now we're just going to talk about wasps and figs.
This is super similar to when I proclaimed that corn is a very versatile product. That was one of the headlines on Not Here to Help. So there we go.
I think that I have changed my tune on that. I think I was an avid corn hater at the time, and I have come around.
Yeah, corn is amazing.
It's delicious. Corn salad really slaps.
That's kind of weird.
What?
Wait. So what happens with the wasps? Do they like judge each other on like Androids versus iPhones or like
Yeah, exactly. They're like, oh, you, you have an Android. You have to live in the fig plant now. Oh,
yeah,
you
you
have an
can
iPhone. You live in the nest.
Okay,
no
so
family time.
it's a specific type of wasp called the fig wasp, and that's literally how they re procreate is by laying their eggs inside of figs. But an enzyme in the fig, as it develops, um, disintegrates the body of the egg. So I guess they crawl out of them.
So what you're saying is like the egg shells theoretically may still be in the fig.
Right.
Just finished sidebar. Just finished the Gatorade can. I want to give it. I think it was better than an actual Gatorade from a bottle.
So basically you're drinking Gatorade out of a can as opposed to a plastic bottle.
It's they have snacks of where I work and beverages and delights. I can't choose what they order, what they don't order. I'm not that high on the totem pole yet. So I'm just happy like they had this and they had like Minute Maid lemonade. Those were like kind of the two new products that they brought in for this month. And I was like, I'll give the Gatorade a go. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
I feel like you just need to befriend the correct admin. You don't need to climb the totem pole before you have some influence on the snack selection.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't want to disclose where I work, right? But like I work at like a very big place, and so I think there's like multiple layers of admins I'd have to befriend before I could get into the snack in before I can influence the snacks as well around here.
Fair
Imagine
enough.
just get don't they have those cocktails in a can now?
Yes, yes, they do.
There we go. Everything's just better out of a
I
can.
don't, funny enough, I don't think that's NSFW, not safe for work, so, um,
We have
Yeah.
very different work lives. I would say like most of the storage in my office is alcohol, and we just like invite people over all the time to have drinks and spend time with us in our office. It's
Are you
like
allowed to be sober in the office?
it's like frowned upon after 5 p.m. genuinely. I work with mostly Europeans and like there if you're in the office after 6 and you're not having a drink, there are questions. Like, are you pregnant? Are you okay? You know, there's a lot of things going on.
That's how it
Yeah.
should be,
Yeah, I
in
don't
my
know.
opinion.
Yeah.
It's it's nice that it's chill. It's nice that it's kind of like a homey environment in that sense. I feel like I'm working at a startup, even though I work for like an international brand, but there's four different brands sharing like one showroom space. So it's a very interesting situation.
Yeah, no, I mean for me anyways, like I don't know. I would they used to do where they did do like a happy hour for the first 3 months. No, way more than 3 months. Sorry, like 7 months, right? And some of the people that I work with are a little bit more, let's say, not the best with people. They're very smart, right? I work at a tech company. They're very smart, um, but like, they're not very, they're not super sociable, right? And
Minimal
so
social skills.
a little bit, yeah, but some of these people would get after it on a Thursday. Like some of these people, like because we get dinner here at work as well, right? And some of these people would get like after it, right? And one time, I think some team like launched something, and then next thing we know, they were breaking out like the Casamigos. They were like doing ripping shots at their desk, and I was like, okay, like I was like, yo, shout out to them. And then that Friday, uh, they were all in the office like ready to go. And I was like, that's crazy. If it was me and I was ripping the Casamigos on a Thursday, I think I'd be taking a work from home day, but these guys like Pablo, they're probably like, you know what, we got to suffer through it a little bit.
They all
Yeah,
take shots, run a half marathon, show up to work.
yeah, they're just like punishing themselves. They're biking to work with a spiked Gatorade can in a can.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's exactly what it is. That's why I liked it so much. It's actually spiked. That's what they should come out with. Spiked Gatorade. That would be unreal.
Well, I think they came out with a Spike Mountain Dew.
Okay, that
That's an
Gatorade.
abomination.
No, 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 no. It's really good. I've one of my fiance's girlfriends used to work there, and she gave us a can of it. I love Mountain Dew, and it was really good. This is $1 million idea. Now, the Gatorade, I know you're listening in, take it or leave it. The Coca-Cola company, take it or leave it.
I'll
You
go ahead
come
and
out
take
with,
10%.
You can
I'm
just
gonna, I'm
sponsor
gonna,
us. We can have unlimited alcoholic Gatorade for life.
I'm I'm gonna have like I would like to take 20% of it because it's it's $1 billion idea. Like especially for
And you're
they
gonna
targeted more for like
minimize.
our age, so like people in like their late 20s, early 30s, right? But imagine Gatorade came out with like a can and they come out for it now and they name it Jungle Juice.
Oh my God.
Do you know how many people would be like, "Oh my God, like this is like so much fun." And then if you actually make it to taste good during like the summertime, and then like people like, "Oh, yo, like let's grab the jungle juice real quick." I think because it brings back good memories, nostalgia.
Everyone, we are eating nostalgia up. Us millennials are just like so attached to the past.
It's such an easy target.
So easy. We're like, yeah, we're just falling into every nostalgia trap set.
I honestly think I'm onto something here. I think this could be $1 billion idea.
Well, all you gotta do is one little viral TikTok and you're gonna sell out in like 10 minutes.
Well, I mean, I would need to have the fucking blessing of Gatorade, you know?
No,
Look, we can make our own little, house concoction. What are those,
we
Okay.
nutcrackers?
we
Okay.
live
Do
in
you
an
know?
apologize later economy. Okay, you launch things and then you can get partners. Like
Okay, okay. Do you know how to put things into a can? Because I don't. I don't know how to do that.
I,
I'm an ideas guy,
Well,
I know
right?
how
hang
to.
on.
So
All we
one
have
of
to
you
do is
guys
go
are
to a local
executing.
brewery and just pitch them the idea. I'd be like, hey, look, I got this 20-pound Gatorade powder. I've got this gin. We're gonna start making some shit,
Gin
and
and
we just need you to
juice.
can it for us.
I know how
Dude,
to shoot a video that makes it look like it's we're cracking open a fresh can, and then we can just refill an old can that we've printed a label, a sticker form on.
yeah, but then when, our first consumer is like, "Oh, let me buy it." And we're like, "Okay, here's like a water bottle."
No, then you
Here's
collect
a
you
hand them a
collect
little bit of powder, Gatorade, and a
no, you
shot of
collect
gin.
data. You collect data showing that there's market demand for the product, and then you approach Gatorade and then say, I would like 20% for this idea that I
Nah, fuck
have
that.
and have proof that it is in market demand.
Nah, we
Um,
make our own. Fuck that.
Okay. Okay. Hey,
I got a bathtub. We can make it in there and start bottling it at home.
just get a bunch of like reused fucking water bottles.
gross. Yeah, I always see those guys with pushing full carts of them.
Yeah.
I mean, during the pandemic, my bartender at Central Park was making drinks in like a tiny little plastic container. Like it works.
It worked because we're
Had no
desperate.
choice.
We
Every raging
collect
alcoholic is Central
just
Park begging for a drink.
collective desperation.
Oh man, those were delicious though.
Are you talking about nutcrackers?
Well, I mean, I did buy some during the pandemic. I mean, they sell them all the time during the summer here, but um no, this guy was literally walking around with like different bottles, like gin, tequila, vodka, and then he had a couple mixers and he would just pop open this giant plastic container and pour everything in there and just shake it up and serve it over.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, it was amazing. All you have to do is Venmo him like $15 and you were good to go.
The steal in the city.
There's hustle out there, man.
Well, there was a bar that was open during the pandemic, and like you could just order cocktails from in Brooklyn when I lived out there. I became very good friends with the people there. Um, like very good friends. And when I was moving away to move in with my fiance, they got a little upset because I used to at post pan well, we met during the pandemic, but pre-pandemic we like I would go there, and then post-pandemic I would go there to get like drinks, and then I was like, yeah, you guys are moving, and they were like, oh no, like you're one of our good customers, and I was like, if I'm one of your good customers, like you are probably in trouble financially. And guess what? I think they closed recently, so RIP to that bar.
Oh,
Jesus.
RIP.
you should have never left Brooklyn.
Ha had to upgrade, had to move, wanted to move in with the fiance, and so, sometimes, sometimes you gotta leave.
Was that when I randomly bumped into you in where was it? West Village or something?
Well, I live around there now. Yeah. I can't remember the last time I mean, obviously outside of St. Patrick's Day, I can't remember the last time I really saw you. But I mean, it might have been the West Village. I don't know.
We all became strangers.
No, we didn't become strangers. We just got busy.
I think the Not Here to Help podcast was actually like really good. And I think that we brought a different perspective on pretty much everything. Because I live under a rock.
No, you don't.
So you
But
guys would talk about artists and shows, and I'd be completely lost.
we all live under different rocks, I think, which was what was fun, was like kind of having a little topic prepared. Also picking which pop culture thing each week had spoken to us, I thought was really funny.
Yeah. Have you guys watched Severance?
No.
I have not.
Missing out.
What is it about?
It's too complicated. It's not too complicated, but it's on Apple TV. Basically, this company has created this procedure where you can like sever yourself so that like when you go to work, you're like somebody else, and they have their own like complete like personality. And then when they leave work, it's like you again, right?
That's my life.
No, it's no, it's like the person's like a whole different person. They have their own like persona, they have their own like likes and dislikes, but they call them like their innie and their outie. So the innie is the person that's on like the inside, so who's working. It's a phenomenal TV show.
I know you've drank the jungle juice on this, so you're buying in, but like just isolating it from that, like the innie and the outie, it's hilarious.
No, that's what they're called though, but it's such a good TV show. If you're into like mystery, and like weird shit, it's so gas.
Nice. I'll have to check it out. I haven't watched The White Lotus yet. That's my next one.
Yeah,
I
I haven't seen that. I saw that there was spoiler alert.
They
no,
all
no,
die.
no, don't spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
No, no,
Spoiler alert.
no!
Scooby-Doo ends
Stop!
up Scooby-Doo and the mystery gang ends up coming in because they're owned by Warner Brothers now, HBO. So they had to do some sort of tie-in. Talking about that, did you guys see? I think it was a couple years ago. I know we're running close on time, and that's on me. But did you guys see the Mindy Kaling, Mindy Kaling, who I think is a really good actress and like very funny? She did like a revamp of like Scooby-Doo and like just like kind of made it really weird.
I
Did you guys see
did
that or
see
no?
that that happened. I did not watch it. I respect her. Her voice really irks me to my soul. I
Oh,
can't
it
do it.
is that's the
She was in The
it's like
Office.
the Indian lady, right?
Yeah, in The Office. Yeah, the one that dates Ryan or whatever his name is.
I never saw The Office, but
What?
I know who you're talking about because I heard that that Scooby-Doo show was like terrible or
Oh,
movie or whatever it
it
was.
was there like there's like garbage and then there's like hot ass garbage. I think it was hot ass garbage. It was it was like it's cool like if you want to take your like artistic spin on it, right? But you can't deviate it like so much from the from the source material. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old and but I think I was in the majority, not in the minority on this one where everyone was like this is like collectively really bad.
You've
Isn't
gone
that
too
what happened with
far.
Snow White?
I think Snow White is
I mean, I haven't seen it, so I can't say, but I heard that it's gotten like the worst reviews like of all time.
I think the critic score is quite bad. I think the audience score is not horrible. I think it's in like the 50s to 60s
That's
on
pretty
Rotten
bad.
on Rotten Tomatoes. Toma-
Yeah, you said
Tomato.
tomatoes?
You said it.
Yeah.
Do you actually say tomato?
No. I think I just had an aneurysm right there. Um, no, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think 50% maybe. 60% I don't think is bad. Like 60% is like above a failing grade, you
All right.
know?
I just was
Now,
never one to aim for failing great. It's like
Oof.
Eamon looks like he wants to kill me right now.
no. I just didn't know how
Eamon's
to
like, oh
respond
yeah,
to
this
that.
is
That's
why I
all.
stopped talking to you assholes.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, I mean, I've heard Gal Gadot,
Is that how
right?
you
Who
say
played
that? It's not Gat it?
no, I think she's Israeli, so I think it's Gadot.
Well, isn't that French?
Yeah, but Israeli has a lot of like French influence. That's like probably one of the main languages they speak there.
Is
Um,
that real?
I think so. I mean, in Lebanon, they are like French is like the
well,
no, I
okay, Lebanon and Israel, slightly different places.
100%. But I'm saying that a lot of countries like French is kind of like an unspoken, or actually not unspoken. It is like a secondary official language.
Well, in Arabic countries, sure, because the French colonized a lot of the Arabic countries. I don't. I'm going to say in Israel, I think it's going to be Hebrew, probably number one, and then I'm going to say English is probably number two, maybe French number three. But I think yeah, um, yeah, I think it's Gal Gadot. I don't
Gadot,
think it's like
not Gat
Gadot.
it.
What?
Gadot.
Yeah, that's if you're American and saying her name. No, I mean I heard the Gal Gadot is pretty bad in the movie, and I don't think she is like the best actress. I mean, she's obviously made more money than I will ever make, so shout out to her. Um, I and then also there was like weird kind of like backlash from the movie with like the lead actress Rachel Ziegler. She's like half black, and they're like Snow White's supposed to be white. And so
Progressive.
like weird, weird culture war bullshit. And then also like the dwarfs, they didn't hire. Now I
Actual
don't know if
dwarfs.
I don't know if that's politically incorrect to say or
Little
whatnot,
people,
but yeah,
I can't keep track, but I saw some outrage from that community that they were not employed on
You're
literally
kidding
being
me.
typecast. Yeah. I guess my takeaway is like if you're 50% on something that is supposed to be like a classic, right? Like that's it's not it's all generations, right? You're aiming for that to be family friendly and also, like a regular person goes to see it or whatever. 50% is not great for a movie like Cinderella.
well, Snow White.
Same thing.
Well, I also think that it's a different generation, right? Like back then, yeah, the dream was for some guy to come like take you out of your misery, right? Because you're a woman and you have no rights. So of course you want a guy to come and like take care of you. I don't
Yeah,
think that that's
you couldn't have credit, couldn't do really much of anything.
yeah. When
Um,
does Snow White come out? Like 1950?
Oh, I
yeah.
don't know.
And now you're trying to remake that for 2025 where there are no genders.
Okay. Okay. So here, look, the
Good
the the
luck.
the critic score is 41%. The
That is awful.
But I don't really trust what the critics say per se because like I'm not really like a movie artiste type of guy. Like I don't, it's Snow White. It's not like it's like fucking high art over here. But like the consumer score on Rotten Tomatoes is 74%.
Oh,
Oh, that's not too
74
bad.
is a different conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not too bad.
Yeah.
I would say you've broke
Which is what
70%.
wait why wait like that's like the average person. So like I don't know. Yeah, I think it did really well internationally as well. Which is like a strong indicator. Um, I think I've yeah.
Well,
I
that's what the
think
US does, right? We export culture.
That's about
we
it.
yeah.
That's all we got these days.
And we're just recycling at this point.
Well, yeah, the last 10 years has been nothing but remakes. But what are you gonna
100%.
do? Maybe we can do a remake of Not Here to Help.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
We can do like really Not Here to Help.
And then our first sponsor can be my Gatorade Jungle Juice.
I
So,
love it. I love that
Come to
idea.
Manhattan, come to this apartment. We'll get you a bottle. Don't ask how it was made.
you
Maybe that
want
should be
to
my send-off party for this apartment on Wall Street. We can have the bathtub full of Avon's special jungle juice
oh
as
my
my
God.
my
Yeah.
house cooling party.
Let's make and then I'll learn how to make like prison wine, a little Pruno.
Please no.
Mm.
Please no.
I do want my security deposit back though.
No, 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 no.
Let's
Uh,
not like yeah.
no, like a little Pruno, But okay, well, I have to get going though. I have my fiance ordered an Apple Watch that I'm
Nice.
picking up, and I have a slot from like 6:30, and so I have to walk home, grab my ID, and then walk there. So
All
I
right.
got to get going, unfortunately.
And we can be Apple Watch buddies.
Will we see you again?
I mean, I'm always around. I live in the city. You have my
I
cell
meant
phone
here,
number.
Eamon, here in the safe place.
Everywhere I go is a safe place. Yeah, yeah,
All right,
yeah.
let's do it. Let's do it. All right, let's connect offline and we'll go from there. But again, I just wanted to get the gang together again after a wonderful St. Patty's and half marathon and let's
So
pick
good
it
to
back
see you
up.
guys again. Lovely chatting.
Likewise.
All right, good
Well,
luck, guys.
thanks for listening.
See you guys later.
Ta-ta.